Alex, good news. I finally got the license plate stickers for our new car.
Oh, good.
6 months later.
So you've been driving without plates for 6 months?
No, not plates, the sticker, the tabs, the year sticker that would have the current year on it.
Sure.
And we were riding in 2024 for several months and not really aware of it because
dicey.
we bought the thing and, you buy it from a dealer and it's usually the dealer who's supposed to, do that for you and get it sent to you.
And this was not done.
It was not done.
Oh, boy.
So when we finally realized that we don't have an up-to-date sticker 2 weeks ago, my wife finally went to the DMV website and got it sorted out. I was like, okay, well, at least you can do that on the website. That's fine. You don't have to wait on a call or anything. So that was very nice. But yeah, it's just kind of dumb to buy a Honda at a Honda dealer and they're not quite up on doing everything right.
Oh, yeah, if you buy it through them, that sounds like the kind of thing that should be taken care of.
Yeah, you would think. But no, that one slipped through the cracks, I guess.
Like, even when I buy a bicycle in Japan, they register it for you at the shop. And I think it costs like 10 yen. It's something extremely cheap. And they're just
Right.
like, yeah, we want to have this on file with the police if and when it gets stolen.
Yes, of course.
Possibly by yourself.
But yeah, that's an expected thing. And, it's just one of those things where you sit back and wonder, well, why did we then sit at the dealer for 3 hours trying to get it all sorted out if you didn't even get the one important part done? Because the car buying experience in America has not changed and probably will not for the foreseeable future unless they finally miraculously allow some Chinese EVs in. Maybe they'll find a new way to buy a car. But
sure.
It's the same thing. You go to the dealer, test drive it, and then go in and sign the papers. And even if you're so sure that you want it and you're ready to pay up, you got the cash in hand, so to speak, not exactly waving a wad in front of their face, but you got the money. You're ready to do the work to get it over to them and have the car. No, you still have to sit there for hours on end as they go through every piece of paperwork and verify this and that until you can finally leave with the car.
But you did it.
We did it.
All right. I've been wondering for the past few years, what has been going on with the popularity of EVs when we already have Flareon and Jolteon, and why are we regressing?
This is your cold open, huh? It's No More Whoppers. Welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Ray Barnhold, formerly Sudafed51, and with me as always, minecart level, Alex Fraioli.
How's it going, everyone? Hop in. I'm fun for about the first 5 minutes, and then it just gets real aggravating.
2 big video game nicknames this week. Not bad this time.
That's right. I got games on the brain. I'm playing video games.
Wow,
you are,
is that
too.
right? I'm always playing video games.
You're always playing video games.
It won't leave.
They should call you Gamemond.
Well, since this is No More Whoppers, and we did talk about this before on Sassafras, why don't I just launch right into it?
Go, do it.
We got a couple of announcements. We got a summer of announcements here in the No More Woe family, No More Wobco family. But yeah, first of all, since you mentioned games, I make games. I made one.
That's right.
It's called Blast Rush LS, and I'm going to enunciate that properly this time instead of on Sassafras where I mush-mouthed it to no end. I even just mush-mouthed the word mush-mouth. But yes, we announced and then launched on Nintendo Switch Blast Rush LS. It is the new Blast Rush version. It's not a sequel. It's just an enhanced version of the old game. New content, new modes,
I like the term enhanced port.
Yeah, of course. It is an enhanced port. I'm not afraid of using that term, but I wanted to describe it properly for the listener. But yes, you're right. It is an enhanced port, and it's on Switch, and very soon on Steam. We got the Steam build pretty much ready to go. It's being checked as we speak. It should be on Steam, and it'll run better on the PC. Even though it is kind of a 2D game, there's still some load times that could be sped up. And but I can also confirm that it is a Switch 1 game, but it will load faster on Switch 2. So you got that going.
Okay. I'm going to be a Steamo because you know me. I'm living my Steam life now.
I still have to give you a code, though. I can give you a code.
I'll take a code. I did quite enjoy the demo, yeah.
You can be a botho. Well, I'm
If
glad
there's
you
two
enjoyed
things
it.
I enjoy, it's... Wait. If there's two verbs I enjoy, it's blast and rush.
Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure you felt that way about the original game.
Well, the original didn't have a flashlight.
Okay, sure. Times were different.
Everything was different. The climate was different. Games were changing.
Electricity was not invented. We could not have portable flashlights.
Batteries were expensive.
Back then, it was just a lantern. That was the mode.
Oh,
Lantern
good
Rush.
Lord.
Yes, Alex is referring to one of the new mini games in Blast Rush LS, Flash Rush, where you use a flashlight to expose enemies and then shoot them down.
Expose their crimes.
Expose their crimes, yes. Expose. They're all shady characters, literally. All right, so that's announcement number 1. Go buy Blast Rush LS. It is on Nintendo Switch eShop and your Steam eventually soon. Wishlist it on either one. You don't have to buy it yet. I don't care. But wishlist it. It's attention. Okay, announcement number 2. We sit here now with our official Second Pillar podcast launched in public earlier today. Draw Game, the anime world of video games.
It's here. I don't have any fanfare. Do I? I guess this is news. All right, we got it.
Sure.
We give them money, but are they grateful?
I mean, we are.
I guess.
Thank you for supporting Draw Game
yes,
and Nomo Woko.
Draw Game is launched. It is the thing we'd been talking about for months on end, and we should have had ready months ago, but things happen, and now it's ready.
I think life threw a couple of curveballs at both of us,
Yeah.
and it really, we had to put podcasting on the back burner for a few months, but we are back on track and in your face.
Yes, that's
ears.
right. And, let's just say it's a sizzling podcast summer with Draw Game.
It is.
It's a summer of adventure. 2025. It's Draw Game and Final Fantasy Tactics, Evil East Chronicles. That's September,
Oh,
I guess.
boy.
Or October.
Sure.
Not exactly summer, but technically.
Well, that's dig this though. That's I think September is getting squeezed into summer now, just because it's still brutally hot.
Yeah, right.
One of the I get a lot of my news through the Nikkei job that I do. That's how I keep up with news, is by getting paid to read it.
Yes.
And one of the news stories I had to read was about how fashion designers and clothing retailers are now
melting.
melting because we are. They're planning around a longer summer and putting more effort into summer fashions and summer stock because it's just hot everywhere now.
Right.
For longer. And it kind of sucks.
Anyway, Draw Game.
Yeah, go play. Draw Game, I can tell you right now, is probably not contributing to climate change. As far as we know.
It may be a drop in the bucket, but it probably is.
Oh,
just by the virtue of the fact that it's sitting on a server somewhere.
Yeah, it's true.
But Draw Game is where we watch anime based on video games. And if I've introed it 9 times, I'm going to intro it a 10th time because it was an idea I originally had to as for a bonus show where we watched anime based on fighting games. Alex kind of had a similar idea, but he wanted to do all anime based on video games. And I said, okay, fine, let's merge it. And here we are today. Draw Game. So episode 1 is up now. Art of Fighting. The Art of Fighting.
You can go watch Art of Fighting. It is, I think I erroneously said it was free on YouTube. It is not. You can watch the original Japanese language version with Spanish subtitles on YouTube.
All right, sure.
So if you speak Spanish,
I
check that out.
believe someone on our Discord said it's on Archive. It's on Internet Archive.
Oh, good. Even better.
It might be, I don't know if it's a DVD rip or a VHS rip, but...
oh, I hope it's a VHS
rip. What
rip.
generation of VHS we're talking about, but...
I think, 90s anime should only be watched in VHS quality.
Well, fair enough, yes. And, what is free on YouTube is the subject of our next episode, episode 2.
That's right.
I don't know if it's sporting to reveal it yet, since...
I think we should.
Okay, say it.
We watched Sin. I almost called it Sin the Musical. We watched Sin the movie.
If only.
based on the Dreamcast game, Sin the Game.
PC.
Oh, it was a PC? I thought it was Dreamcast. Why did I think it was Dreamcast?
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I never played it. I knew nothing about it other than it's a lot of, there's a good deal of John Romero wankery.
I have no idea why you mentioned Dreamcast. It may have been because it was contemporary with Half-Life, and there was going to be a port of Half-Life for Dreamcast.
That can't be why I said that.
Then I don't know. I
have no idea. I had Dreamcast on the brain for some reason.
All right, sure.
But yeah,
Well,
go watch. I mean, boy, it's really hard to recommend people to watch this.
You don't
but
have to.
yeah,
Wait, Alex. They don't have to watch it. They can listen to Draw Game.
That's true. Just listen to episode 2 of Draw Game. We watch it so you don't have to.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean, you could put it on in the background while you have lunch. I think it's worthy of that, certainly.
The podcast or the anime?
The anime.
Okay. Well, sure. I mean, both are pretty well suited for it, I would say. I mean, it's not
The
like
podcast or the rock tumbler? The podcast.
the TV. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you can cut that.
You're editing.
Am I? Okay. Yeah, I guess I don't have to
chimp.
work on a game anymore. So,
You dull chimp.
hey, be nice.
Hi. You handsome chimp.
Dull chimp.
Sorry.
Donkey Kong Bonanza coming soon. Did you know Donkey Kong was an analog translation of dull chimp?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Miyamoto looked it
That's
up in a
outstanding.
dictionary, and donkey meant dull. Moving on. That's our announcements. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Draw Game. You can find it at drawgamepod.com.
Play Blast Rush, listen to Draw Game simultaneously if you can help it.
Yeah. And then, of course, we'll plug it again at the end of the show.
Oh, absolutely.
In fact, let me go ahead. Write that on our notes. There we go. Okay. All right.
Outstanding. I apologize if you can hear the construction outside because they have been going nuts for the past week. I think it's coming to a close. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we had, when we moved in, we had construction on the river next to us. We live right next to a river. They were putting up like a wall and kind of redoing this area of the river. They did it. And it was exciting because like there were signs up with the span of construction. It's starting on this date and it's going to conclude 18 months later on this date. And then it did. And we were excited. And then it immediately started up again 2 feet down the river. The same thing. We're doing this again for the next 18 months. So you're going to hear construction noises again. We're like, all right. I mean, you could have just lumped these in as one job, I guess.
Yeah,
and then that finished up. And now they're moving on further down the river, and we can still hear it.
My God.
But you know what? Construction is. It's good for the city. You can hear the city expanding, right? Can you hear this?
Wow. Yeah.
It's great. We live in a thriving metropolis.
When are you getting that Mario statue?
We had some budget issues.
Well, okay. Well, I hope everything's completed before Bowser attacks.
Oh no. Me too. Or maybe we should just wait until he does and then start building the expensive stuff. You know what I mean?
Sure. Right. Yeah. Right. And by that I mean WRIGHT.
Oh,
Spell that again. Mr. Right.
I get
is
it.
What I meant.
Mr. Wrong, starring Ellen DeGeneres.
Did you ever see my tweet about that?
No.
Yeah, where I said if Ellen DeGeneres' movie Mr. Wrong was in the same universe as the Paul Reiser movie Mr. Right, WRITE. So that was the joke, and thank you for listening.
Sure. Janine Garofalo in Dogs and Cats. The Difference Between Dogs and Cats. What was that movie called?
It wasn't. I don't remember. Yeah, I thought it was just Cats and Dogs.
Is it just called Cats and Dogs? She hosted a radio show where she interviewed cats and dogs. I think that was the premise.
Right. And today that would be a podcast, but still done in a live studio.
Do you know how insane I've gone? I mean, first of all, you do. I don't even need to ask this question. It's purely rhetorical. How insane I've gone trying to parse the name of the podcast, Only Murders in the Building.
Well,
because what does it mean? How do you parse that sentence? What is it referring? Is it trying to say that only murders happen in this building, or is it saying that we focus only on the murders that happen in this building? Turns out it's the latter.
You said podcast? I mean, it was.
Is it not a podcast?
Is it?
I thought it was a podcast.
It's a TV show about a podcast. I think originally.
Oh, is it?
It's like
Jesus
podcasters
Christ.
who become murder solvers.
This This is how disconnected I am from media these days. Is I
That's
don't
fine.
even know what the things are.
No, that's fine. Stepping back a second, the movie was called The
Hi.
Truth About Cats and Dogs.
The truth about.
Yeah.
All right. What is Janine Garofalo up to these days?
Kicking around.
All right.
I think I saw her on a TikTok video doing
Sure.
a podcast. Yeah. She's game.
My brain does this Kevin Costner, Michael Keaton thing with her and Alanis Morissette, where sometimes I think they're the same person, and I know they're not.
No. Well,
Okay.
that's strange.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
They
I don't
just-
exist properly.
They just look similar enough to you. Is it the hair? Like her
Yeah, I think
90s
that's it.
long
I think
hair?
it's the hair. Yeah,
the long black draped hair.
I
don't
think.
know if
Yeah.
I call it the style, but yeah, jeez. Ugh. Okay, sure. Okay, but the Keaton thing. Have we
What's wrong
explained
with it?
that?
That I
Keaton
for a very
Costner
long
thing?
time,
Yeah.
I still confuse Michael Keaton and Kevin Costner.
Yeah, but why? What is it? What?
I don't know, because as a kid they had just similar enough names and faces that I was like, oh yeah, they must be the same person.
Sure. Well, and also
Subconsciously.
they were Hollywood hunks.
They were Hollywood hunks. Yes,
Yeah.
rating the super hunks. That's what the show does now.
I'm sorry, we're retooling Draw Game right this second.
Draw guys? I don't know.
Okay, sure.
Oh boy.
The Guy Game.
No, wait. That's. I think that's something else.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, Alex, you mentioned catching up on media. I don't know if you wanted to
Yes.
roll into that first.
I would love to roll into it. In fact, I'm rolling into it by explaining how some of my physical items are rolling out of it, it being this mortal existence. I recorded an episode of 10 and 10 the other day where I needed a specific, like a 10-second clip from The Critic
Yeah.
that I could not find online. And I'm like, I have the DVDs. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I opened up
It's on
my
my
old Critic
Plex.
DVDs. Well, that's what I eventually did.
Oh,
that's where I
okay.
got.
Sorry.
That's where I got it, because I opened up my Critic DVDs and disc 2 and 3, immaculate. Disc 1 devoured by disc rot, which is where
Oh,
the
no
episode that I
shit.
needed was.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh, I'm sorry.
So that whole set is just in the garbage.
I feel lucky. I don't think I have anything yet that's been disc rotted.
Yeah,
That's
I think it's
unfortunate.
the first time I've seen it. And it's also like hastening my, the ripping of all the physical media I do have, because
Yeah,
I
of
bought
course.
a disc drive last year or a couple years ago, and I started importing, ripping all my. I started with Venture Brothers, because at the same time I bought the Venture Brothers movie when that came out and the entire series on DVD.
Right.
Because it is, for some reason, not on Blu-ray, I don't think. Like seasons 1 and 2 only are on Blu-ray. They just couldn't justify. It's fine.
No,
It's an
they
animated show. I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first thing I did was rip all those discs, and then I tried to do that with all my Simpsons discs. And like, season 7, disc 3 has a scratch that's big enough that the thing is just like, I don't know what this is supposed to be.
Well, shit.
So
You got that DRE.
thank God for yes, thank God for Plex. It's
Thank God for your friend
me-
Ray.
thank God for this guy. He's finally pulling his fucking weight.
It only took 25 minutes.
So I finished up my Star Trek Deep Space Nine watch.
Oh, yeah,
watching for the
yeah.
first time. Loved it. Great stuff.
Told
Ending
you.
was a little weak in a few places. I feel like we
Oh,
could have
yeah.
done some more with Ducat instead of having
Yeah.
him dork around in the fire cave.
Yeah, that was really weird. That
Yeah, but I in the same way that when I finished TNG, I was craving more Star Trek. I went right into Deep Space Nine. In the same way, I went right into Voyager, and I think I lasted about 4 episodes, and I noped right out of it.
Noped
I
out.
can't. Everyone is really kind of boring, and I know that you need to give characters time to kind of grow and show you who they are, but like none of these folks are resonating with me. Everyone seems kind of like a zero. It also
Sure.
doesn't help that Captain Janeway looks and sounds exactly like a teacher that hated my guts in middle school,
Oh my goodness.
which makes it very difficult to watch. I get memories, I get nightmares of, Mr. Fraioli, does that Game Players magazine have anything to do with Tuck Everlasting?
Oh,
It
my
sure
Lord.
doesn't. I'm really sorry.
Was that where you had the magazine inside of the book and you were just
I wasn't
trying
that
to
smart.
covertly
I wasn't that smart. No, I just had it out.
openly reading a game magazine?
I'm just reading about Panzer Dragoon, about this brand new Sega Saturn console that's coming out, and I get busted by Mrs. Meter.
Then you go on the internet and see, oh, the Saturn's out now?
$400?
It didn't stop me.
That's what's funny about this is that, like, for the first half of my like middle and high school careers, I was in the lower classes, and I don't know why that was. Like, I got good grades in elementary school, which is how they determine, are you going into like normal English or are you going into advanced English? And my teacher put me in normal English, and I was in normal English all the way through high school until senior year, where I was just like, can I just take AP English? Can I just like go down to the office and be like, yeah, I want to get into this class. And you can do that.
Shrug.
You can just,
Yeah.
you could be like, yeah, we don't care. Like, I should have just done that.
It's like open roster.
And that's the class where I learned to play Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 on the Game Boy Color behind the little partition in each, because they weren't like desks. They were, like, what do you call them? Well, what in Balam Garden, when you start up FF8 and you've got that little console in front of you in class. It looked like that, only
Sure.
real world,
Yeah.
like a table. But there was like a partition in front of it, and I could grind in Dragon Warrior while also just kind of nodding along to whatever Mr. Segedy was saying about Lord of the Flies.
Remarkable. Hey,
Yeah.
this is a tangent on a tangent, but
Do it.
related to school stuff. We found out my son is not eligible for special ed, which is good news.
Good? Yeah, that's good.
We did some evaluations because we had some early concerns about his speech,
Oh, sure.
but he's been doing a lot better recently. So
Yeah.
he's pulling through. He'll be ready for preschool and kindergarten soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, Voyager. Yeah, it's kind of mid. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Not as bad as I thought, which
All
isn't a
right.
whole lot. But if you thought the ending or the last parts of DS9 were weird, like the Voyager ending sucked. I hated the final episode.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It was so it had a strong concept to it, but then it just didn't work out for me, and I was just like, this is kind of dumb. No, it was like really just holding a kidney stone, and you finally pass it, and it just shoots out, and you're just like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm done, I
boy.
guess. What was that all about?
Well, okay. Well, I will not be messing with that then. If now I know it doesn't even end satisfactorily.
Well, yeah, in my eyes, yeah.
Well, I like your eyes.
Thank you so much. But it is one that you can definitely watch in the background if you were ever so inclined to do. I mean, it's just
I can't do that. I can't watch stuff in the background though. Like if I'm watching something, I'm watching something.
No, I know. I know what you mean. I'm the same way, but some people are, some people aren't. Let's just say also to the listener who might be wanting to revisit Star Trek. But I would also say that I was also, when we were talking about this on Discord, Voyager, I was saying that on a network, the Paramount network at the time, UPN. So it was a different sort of, I think, treatment than the other two shows, which were syndicated. So it's like have like network oversight because UPN is trying to be big and, ultimately failing miserably. But they had Star Trek in their pocket and sort of used that as their crown jewel in a way. And so that meant a lot of oversight and a lot of notes and a lot of pushing the show in a certain direction that it doesn't necessarily need to be, and doing things like getting The Rock in an episode and so on and so forth.
Oh dear.
It's a weird specimen.
Dennis Hopper got his way.
But not the most boring Trek show.
Wow, really? Yeah, I guess there's a lot of garbage that I'm just going to opt out of before I even start.
You're right. Okay.
I'm gonna retain my good memories of TNG, DS9, and a little bit of the original series.
Sure. And I think those two, the 90s ones, are really all you really need.
Yeah, and I think the pitfall of series that go on too long is, and we're seeing this now everywhere, is that it tends to devolve into just self-referential wankery. And I was even rolling my eyes a little bit in DS9 when they're talking about the mirror universe and it was discovered by Captain James T. Kirk. Like, yeah, I know, I got it. It's neat.
I get
that. It's just more and more of that. Like I'm in a place now where I don't need you to build a universe. What I'd like you to do is build an interesting story and characters and maybe pull back on the continuity a little bit.
Yeah, Mirror Universe never appealed to me.
Yeah, it's anytime a mirror universe came up in DS9, I reacted to it the way that people react to holodeck episodes of TNG. It's like, I wanted to skip it. I'm a completionist, so I watched everything, but I'm like, I don't want to watch. I felt the same way about Quark episodes because every fucking Quark, I like Quark as a character, but every Quark episode is like, maybe money's not the greatest thing in the world. And then he forgets that by the next episode, and he's got to relearn that lesson.
Yeah, it's like a Balky lesson. Like, I get it.
Maybe I should value my brother and my mother sometimes. And then next episode, no, I hate them again.
Yes.
I just, it really bugged me.
And then Odo gets mad.
I started referring to the, it's a pretty good Odo.
Thank you.
I started referring to the female founder as Yoko Odo, which I think that's a pretty good nickname.
Okay. I like DS9 plenty, but I couldn't get over the fact that the founders, the changelings, just decided to all just look like Odo when they wanted to change into something familiar.
Was that ever explained? Like, he didn't look like that by choice. He's trying to look like a person. Specifically the hair. He said he modeled the hair after the guy who researched him in the lab.
Sure.
Why does she have that dorky hair?
Yeah.
Why does she also look like it? Is it just maybe she explained this I look this way to make you feel at ease, but she keeps doing it.
The hair and the limited face.
There's some bottle episodes that I thought were really cute, like the one where they're stuck on that planet where it's out of time, and you meet Odo from years in the future after he's kind of learned how to better look like a human.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of the actor having less of the makeup and just kind of being in a good mood. And I'm like, this is great. This is an interesting look at the character. I like when Star Trek does that. I a lot of the times I do kind of prefer the Planet of the Week to the I could not give a fuck about the Borg or, to an extent, the Dominion. I want to see the Planet of the Week stuff.
Borg and Dominion I could stomach. It's just the Klingon stuff is just like fan service to the Klingon contingent of Trek fans, I feel like. Yeah.
I did just complain about continuity. I did think it was very cool. They got not only did they bring back that Klingon from TOS to be in DS9, they got the same actor. They got the same dude, and he turned into he was just kind of a prick on the original series because that's what the Klingons were. It's just we need someone for Kirk to butt up against, and he served that function. But then in TNG they became more sympathetic, and then by the time DS9 rolls around, I mean they're still at odds with the Federation at certain points, but the one dude comes back and is just kind of friendly, and I'm like, oh, I like this character now. They took this character who was a one-dimensional ass and just kind of turned him into a likable dude.
Playing the long game.
Yeah, but it's gotten too long, and so I'm out.
Yeah, that's fine. And like I've also said, don't bother with Enterprise. That one I noped
out.
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm done. I'm done with Trek. I've completed my Trek journey.
That one I noped out of as soon as they started their arc. They had their first arc, and I was just like, I'm done.
That's it for television. I consumed an above average amount of movies this month. I finally watched the Paul Rubens documentary, Pee-wee as himself, which is super good. That's a huge recommend.
I still have to.
I have
to procure it.
It's super good. I think I can help you with that. I also recommend watching Pee-wee's Big Adventure if you haven't. I know you're a fan of road trip movies, and it's my favorite of those.
Right.
It's fun and dumb, and Pee-wee as a character kind of exists in two ways, in two forms to me. There's the kid show Pee-wee, which I do like.
Yeah,
but I never really got into that Pee-wee. The Pee-wee that I got into was movie Pee-wee because it's more absurd and it's more off the wall, and there's so many gags in that movie you could not put in a kid's show because either it's scary or doesn't fit. And I think that's an extension of his time doing that character just by itself for adult shows. That a lot of that kind of seeps into the movie, which is what makes it really fun. It's a well-written comedy. Written by by Paul Rubens and Phil Hartman and a third guy whose name I can't pull.
It's TV Pee-wee for me.
Yeah. I was less into TV Pee-wee and more into Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I haven't even seen the second movie because I heard how bad it was when I was a kid and I wanted to see it. I think someone in my family, Big Top Pee-wee. I think someone in my family knew I was a Pee-wee fan and just kind of took me aside and was like, you shouldn't, dude, don't see it. And
Knelt down
yeah.
to your height.
And I
Said, "Son,
well,
I have some bad news."
the day must come when everyone must learn that Big Top Pee-wee is not a good film.
Yeah.
And so I still haven't seen it to this day. And like the only clips I've seen of it were in the documentary because they have to cover it.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's just, it's just not. But Pee-wee's Big Adventure, one of my all-time favorite movies. You can pick it up cheap on Amazon. Big recommend.
The good news
and
is
yeah,
it's 1988, and instead we can go see Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah, boy, one of the first movie soundtracks I bought on iTunes was Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and I don't know if this was just what it was like back then being the infancy of iTunes, or if this was just a decision made for another reason. But like, you can't just buy the Pee-wee's Big Adventure film score by itself. It came coupled with Back to School, the Back to School soundtrack.
Okay.
It was one purchase
All right.
because I guess they were both composed by Danny Elfman, I think.
Sure. I bought on iTunes like an Alan Silvestri compilation, I guess.
Oh.
But it was called Castaway, and it was like with the cover of Castaway, but it's more than just Castaway. So
What?
it is the Back to the Future themes. And,
Wow, okay.
I think Super Mario, is that why I got it in the first place? But yeah.
I wonder if this was a way to justify charging more for movie soundtracks, which I guess
I suppose.
I
Sure,
don't know.
why
'Cause
not?
why else? Why give people the option of paying $5 for a whole movie soundtrack when you can force them to pay $10 just for the half they really want?
Yeah, which is also funny though, because it is iTunes, and you could have just bought individual tracks for 99 cents if you just wanted, for my case, the Back to
Yeah,
the Future theme
I
or
was-
something.
I was about to say I should have just bought Breakfast Machine because that's the track everybody
Yeah.
wants from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah, of course. And speaking of Back to the Future, I was wrong. It was 89, Part 2. What am I, some moron?
1989 was the first year that I understood what years were.
I think I was the same way. It's certainly the one where I remember movies more.
Yeah. 'Cause I remember asking my dad, like, Dad, I saw 1989 somewhere. I'm like, what is this 1989 I keep seeing? Oh, it's the year. That's okay. Well, so I have a concept of time. I didn't know that was the current year. And then so like
Perfect.
in my mind, 1988 and before is like this weird, unknowable prehistory to me. And
Yeah.
1989 is like, oh yeah, I remember that. I was playing NES at Nemo and Ashcon's house. I played Star Soldier. I played pinball.
That's right.
I just discovered
I-
other video games.
I know that I had an NES first on Christmas of 88, but, that's Christmas. And then it's almost immediately 1989, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh boy.
Also related to that, I got all of my mom's old photographs, so I scanned everything, including me. I finally now have the whole archive of all my childhood pictures. And there's like
Yes.
ones from when I was like 4, and I'm wearing Masters of the Universe pajamas. And as
Oh,
far
wow.
as I know, I've never seen a frame of that. I was never actually into it. I think.
Oh, I was a big He-Man kid.
I think my mom was just looking for nice, cheap pajamas to get and thought that'd be good for a little boy. And so,
Yeah.
because I had no concept of Masters of the Universe. I had a random Transformers toy just because I thought it looked cool or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But as far as like the big thing I got into was Ninja Turtles. When that blew up in, 89, 90, that was like the big boom. And that was when I finally got into it. But that was it as far as like the big childhood sort of crazy media franchises that suck your money. Never Masters of the Universe. My older cousin was into it.
I remember being into Masters of the Universe when we lived in New York when I was very little. And I had all the figures. I had Battle Cat and the other one. There was like a green one and a purple one. And I loved them because they were immovable, just, tiger statues. But one was covered in green felt and one was covered in purple felt. And I just thought they were the coolest things. I also had a Thundercats mask. That's unrelated, but in the same time frame.
Yeah.
But I had the He-Man sword and some kind of battle armor, and I remember like building a snowman in the winter and then putting them on the snowman and making Snow He-Man and being very proud of that.
Yes. Yeah. I did like Thundercats, the cartoon. I think it was like syndicated reruns, though. So it wasn't like brand new at the time. Pretty much just Turtles.
Turds! For some reason as a kid, I had a Ninja Turtles parachute, like a
Yeah.
that you would attach to a turtle.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't think I ever owned a turtle. I never
Oh.
owned a Ninja Turtles toy. For some reason, I just had this parachute and
This one
nothing to put
accessory
it on.
found its way into
Yeah.
my
I don't know why I had the one accessory.
Well, I've been carrying the torch. No, giving the torch because I got a cheapo toy off Woot.com, and it's a little
Oh,
RC car. It's a Ninja Turtle RC car. It's Michelangelo in a taxi, and it's a little two
Oh,
batteries
wow.
powered. It's like nearly the size of a Hot Wheel kind of RC car. So I got that from my son.
RC is Roman Catholic?
Radio control
Oh, that makes more sense.
with Colin Quinn. Nights on MTV.
Great.
And yeah, he enjoys it as well. He should.
Cool.
That's just because I knew my son would like a little RC car. He has no concept of Ninja Turtles. He's just once again big fan of Kirby.
Yeah, Kibi.
He does recognize Mickey Mouse.
All right.
I don't know how. I think from school or daycare maybe. Because
Wow, Mouse
we got
gets
some,
around.
Well, we got some new diapers for him that had Mickey Mouse on them, and they just immediately pointed and went Mickey Mouse. I'm like, okay,
Wow.
you know, it's that Q score. We're doing his job. Kids know Mickey.
You know, I can't prove this, but I have had a suspicion that Matt Gorley like subconsciously stole one of my jokes from years ago. because
What
I
is
only
this
say this
subject change? Okay.
I only say no, it's related to Mickey Mouse. I only say this because it's very specific.
Yeah.
Like in 2010 or 11, I think Matt Gorley was in charge of heading up. He was looking like for new podcasts for Earwolf, and they just put out a call. If you have a podcast, record like a 30 to 60 second thing of you doing your thing.
Oh, okay.
And I did that. At the time, I was doing a show with a local guy.
Oh, yeah.
and-
yeah.
In that recording, I improvised something about, we're trying to sell ourselves and why you should listen to the show. And I'm like, I come up with characters like Mickey the Mouse. He's legally distinct. He's not Mickey Mouse. He's Mickey the Mouse.
Uh-huh.
And like Matt Gorley used that joke, I want to say like 5 years later in a Super Ego skit. And I don't think he stole it, but I think it was in his brain and it just decided to come out at that point.
All right. Hey.
Because he's not the kind of guy who steals jokes. He's an improv guy.
No, but I guess it is more than likely that he could have listened to that pitch clip or whatever that you made, and yeah.
And that's I'm happy with that.
Got it.
I also remember inviting him to the bar when he and his wife were vacationing in Japan, and they were in Gifu, and I'm like, oh man, they're one prefecture over. I'm like, hey, and I don't think he's a video game guy, but I know they've used video game music in Super Ego before. And it kind of gave me the hope that maybe it's something he's interested in. For some reason, there's a Super Ego skit where they use, of all things, the stage music from Boomer Kawanger from Mega Man X.
All right, sure.
Which I thought, or maybe it's Storm Eagle.
Wouldn't it be funny,
Those-
though, if he did just walk into the bar and go, hey, you got any arcade machines in here?
Damn it, no! Fuck off, Matt! No, wait, don't. No!
Yeah. Well, don't meet your heroes.
I want to meet that one.
Don't.
What? I'm not supposed to meet
Don't
any
do
of them?
Well, I guess one or two. I guess I'd be a hypocrite
Okay.
if I said no, none. Sorry.
Yeah, don't you want to meet, what's his name, Christian Slater?
I've almost met the whole cast of The Wizard.
All right. Is there Jew Slater? All right.
God
Let's move it
damn
on.
That was delayed.
If
That
the-
was a delayed laugh because at first
If anyone needs
I
a
heard-
screen name, Muslim Slater. Okay.
I heard the juice.
Oh, that's not bad either. That's not bad either.
Hey, want to go down to the city
also-
center get a juice later?
Juice later. I also watched, speaking of cities, I did watch the Wes Anderson film Asteroid City.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And like every few years, I get the hankering to watch a Wes Anderson film. And it's like KFC for me, where I do it, I consume it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I'm not a huge fan of this. every
It's like-
every
every
time I
Christmas.
feel like I could really go for some of that. And then I have it, and I'm like, oh right, yeah, that's all right.
well, I must have a similar feeling. I feel like because I loved his early stuff, like his first.
Yeah, I know
3
you're a big fan of
movies.
Bottle Rocket.
Yeah. And that to further the KFC analogy, that is now like the coleslaw. Now his movies
Oh.
are like eating the big thing of chicken and feeling like, oh yeah, maybe not. I really just
Yeah.
wanted the coleslaw.
Yeah.
This whole time I just wanted the coleslaw, and they're not selling it. And
Where's the slaw?
Yeah, I'm kind of done with Wes Anderson. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I've only seen 3 of his films. I saw Royal Tenenbaums and Grand Budapest Hotel and now Asteroid City. And I don't remember much about Royal Tenenbaums except it was just a real downer. And then Grand Budapest I watched with my brother and we rather enjoyed it. Asteroid City, yeah, I wanted to see it because it was on Netflix. And I hate that Netflix does this where like once you sign in and you're just on the menu, it starts playing shit. It's like, oh, you want to watch this, right? No, shut the fuck up. I will choose what I want to watch.
Right.
Don't start playing trailers at me, you fucking prick. Yelling at Netflix, not you.
I know.
And it did this with Asteroid City, and I guess it worked because I was like, fine, God damn it, I will watch it.
Yeah.
Because I was in such a cultural drought. Like, I had not watched anything in a long time that made me think, like, I'm glad I watched it. I mean, that's like DS9, it's TV. Like, it's good. The acting is good. The stories are good.
Yeah.
It's still TV. Like, it's not a film. It's kind of how I feel about video games. It has elements of art in it. I don't know if it's necessarily art all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, I want to watch a fucking film. I want to watch actors emoting. And Wes Anderson's not the guy if you're looking for emoting.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of has that same neutral delivery where they just kind of say things matter-of-factly and they say exactly what's on their mind at all times. And there's very little nuance.
Listen, I saw a trailer clip. I mean, not a full trailer, but like clips on TikTok for his newest one, the Phoenician Scheme. Yeah. And just exactly what you just described.
Yeah.
Just like people dressed funny on a funny looking set, but saying things matter of factly.
Yeah.
Just
very bored. Just
boy, this sure is charming.
Yeah. He seems very influenced by French film, and I don't know if that's just what French film is. Everyone just kind of
he made a movie with French in the name.
Yes. I don't know if that's what French cinema is everyone just gets very bored and then says exactly what's on their mind. Because if it is, I don't think I'm into French film.
I mean, it's just a ridiculous heightening of what an idea of a French film is. And like a French movie poster for that matter. Like all of his movies now just look like movie posters. Like,
yeah.
Are we just here to copy an exact aesthetic of a still frame? Like,
I love the aesthetics of Asteroid City. I like the setting.
Do your movies have to be fonts? Like, God.
There's a lot I did like about Asteroid City. Like, I like some of the characters, even if I don't, it's hard to relate to anybody because nobody acts like a human being. Everyone's just, just stating words that are written in a script and then not reacting to anything, which I know that's the point. Is the whole point of those films is like, look at this aesthetic, drink it in. Hey, these people don't understand themselves, but you do, right? Yeah, I sure do, Wes. And I'm kind of tired of that. I want to watch people trying to figure their shit out and not just kind of muddling through scenes, saying things the same way.
Yeah, not doing it for me.
But the cast is so good. There's so many good people in that.
And part of the package of trying to sell it.
Yeah, right. He does a lot of that. Like
the actors are suckered by him too.
Yeah. I mean, I think Willem Dafoe is in it for 90 seconds. Jeff Goldblum's in it for 30 seconds. And they're great. They're fun cameos, but it's at the end of the day, it's like, the thing that gets me is there are some scenes that had a little bit of feeling to them, a little bit of drama. And maybe that's the point, is that like he starves you the entire movie with bland deliveries so that when those moments come, when people do react, you feel them harder. And like, kind of. But but it's like, it's the same as telling me like, oh, it gets really good after season 4. It's like, well, I'm not sticking around for that. I'm just, I'd like you to, drip feed me something that is tantalizing or appealing in any way dramatically instead of just, here's 90 minutes of aesthetics and then kind of a payoff. I don't want that.
Yeah. You know what else Jeff Goldblum is in for 30 seconds? My web browser, every time I go to Twitch and there's an ad for apartments.com.
All right.
He does those commercials and they run the same 2 commercials because it's Twitch, of course. Jesus Christ, enough.
He's from Pittsburgh.
That's dynamite.
Jeffy G.
It's like you bringing up the Postal Service and it'll be like, they're from Bellingham.
God, I can't fucking stand the Postal Service.
Ben, what's his name?
Oh, the Postal Service is one of those examples of what I call smart people music, where I just don't get it. It's just it's a bunch of tones and nothing happens, and I don't fucking understand it.
They had
I'm
their
out.
hit. Their hit is okay, but yeah, after that,
What's their hit?
Such Great Heights.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's close out on, believe it or not, a negative note when it comes to my film consumption. My wife was very excited to watch 28 Years Later because she likes horror films.
Okay, sure.
And she asked me, do you want to come to the movies and see it with me? And I'm like, yes, I'm going to try to be a supportive husband. I will tag along with you and watch this film. And I saw the first one. I remember seeing the first one when it came out, and I think I enjoyed it. There was a second one in the middle, which I think was roundly considered not good, and I think is even retconned in the third one. Because the second one opens with like, hey, the rage virus spread to Europe, and then the third one opens with, no, it didn't.
All right. Sounds like a horror movie franchise.
Yeah.
Let's retcon.
Well, I think it's because I think there was a different writer or director for the middle one, and for the third one they got back whoever the dudes were.
A tale as old as
one.
Time, honestly.
Yeah, and those guys were like, no, we're not doing that. Kind of like that also pissed me off about the new Star Wars trilogy, but we're not Star Warsers.
Well, that was planned.
I'm not getting into that.
I feel like it's different with horror movies because
How was it planned?
well, I mean, they wanted different directors for the.
No. I know that was planned. I'm saying it wasn't planned that one of those directors would then throw away decisions the other guy made because I don't want to do that. Well, he already did it, so could you commit to it? And
right.
It felt like this is not cohesive at all.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and aesthetically, a lot of really cool choices. Just a lot of goods, a lot to enjoy. I think in 28 Years Later. Unfortunately, really, I'm not a gore guy, and this kind of pushed me over the edge.
Voted Bush.
I did. Yes, and I'm glad he won in a recount.
Fuzzy man.
And this kind of pushed me over the edge to like super uncomfortable because it's like they knew I was in the audience because they zeroed in on like one of the things that makes me the most uncomfortable.
Oh no.
Because like I hate gore, we've established that. But also specifically, I hate gore when it's like like in a zombie film when it's of humans, not zombies. And then specifically that humans that are like still alive or otherwise healthy. Mm-hmm. And then specifically that it just happening to them while they're conscious, like 1 minute. Like that's the thing that I hate the most in gore is someone's walking around and just like talking and being a human being. And then half a second later, it's a pile of just goop,
What happened? Did they explode
the pile of goop example was from the fucking 3 Body Problem on Netflix where they added a stupid fucking gory sequence that wasn't even in the goddamn book. I learned later. I was livid. I was livid when I learned that later. Like, why did you add that?
Yeah.
You had me with a good sci-fi concept and then you made it fucking disgusting.
I was thinking of that shot in the anime that we are watching on Draw Game Later.
Oh, yeah.
Where that one boss fight guy.
That's different because it's I think we discussed this in the episode, but when it's like CG, it's almost it's not that shocking.
Yeah.
But in a movie when you're trying to make things look realistic, and 28 Years Later does like one of my least favorite gore things several times.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
Like the first time it happened to an animal, and I was like, well, sure hope they don't do that to a person, and they sure did. And it just made me very upset, and I almost left the theater and almost started crying by the end of the movie because I was like, I don't want to be here. I am extremely uncomfortable. I hate watching this. I really hope my wife is enjoying it because I am never doing this again.
Oh, boy. Well, you are a supportive husband.
Well, yes. But I think it's harder for me to be supportive now when it comes to horror movies.
Sure.
Because I am not up for it anymore.
I don't blame you. I never really was into that stuff.
Like I've always been squeamish. I've always been averse to gore. You know this. I told you about when I used to get nauseated by the Problem Child 2 trailer.
Yes, that's right. We have an episode about that. We found we found the shot and we used that in the episode image.
It still turns my stomach to think about it.
That's at least valid. I think even at the time I was like, I can see why you'd be. a bit miffed
boy.
by that necessarily. Yeah, I just there's fandoms that I just don't get. Some I get a little bit more than others. Like I understand why people like pro wrestling. I can't connect at all with people who are into horror. However, maybe like people who lean more on the side of like more of the 80s borderline schlocky horror, like the classics, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I can get that.
I can get, but
I'm still queasy if I watch a classic.
Yeah, people who are like career horror fans and love splatter stuff too. I'm just like, okay, dude, I guess you're really gonna raise a child like that.
Yeah, it's like how extreme are you gonna take it?
Yeah.
It's like porn. Like there's a point where it's like that's enough, don't you think? Like why do you need to keep chasing this to the next extreme? Like you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's excessive.
Now, imagine my delight at knowing that one of the guys who created the game Panic, my number 2 favorite game of all time for Sega CD.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hajime Tabe
means first eater.
Probably that stage name, probably. I don't know.
Oh, right.
He had written and or directed one of the Guinea Pig movies.
What?
But like the 4th one, which was more comedic than all of the others, but still with like gore shots.
Oh,
it's
no.
a Guinea Pig series, and that's a series of like extreme horror movies.
Okay.
Video nasties, as they would say in the UK.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
It was one of the V Cinema video nasties from Japan. And like the first Guinea Pig, apparently, I don't know how true this is, but I guess Charlie Sheen had seen it and then tried to report it to the FBI because he thought it was real, like a real snuff film.
Oh no! Oh, Charlie.
Now, I
no.
also, this is a tangent, but I also recently saw an old Japanese cigarette commercial starring Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, I wonder if he found out about that movie when he was filming this.
Oh, it's
like he
possible.
went to Japan maybe and picked up on Guinea Pig. Anyway,
Could be.
ridiculous.
Speaking of Panic, did you pick up that I used a Panic sound effect in our draw game trailer?
I don't recall the trailer off the top of my head. I'll just see it again.
The very end when the logo hits the screen.
Oh.
I use it.
Oh, okay, sure. Nah,
Good
that was
stuff.
kind of a deep cut for me. I wouldn't have recognized it.
Aw, man.
immediately. I mean, that could have been anything. That could have been the Mario Paint baby noise. Yeah.
I did spend like 20 to 30 minutes looking for Panic sound effects on YouTube, and
Good luck.
fortunately, somebody did inventory every single sound effect in the game.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was also going to use Panic music for the background of that trailer as well, and then I was like, no, let's use Art of Fighting music, and it fit perfectly.
Thank you. Yes, that's probably
Anyway.
the choice. I know. Wait, I'm shocked that you found that video. That someone actually did that. Someone is crazier than me.
It might have just been a full playthrough. I don't know if it was sound effects specifically.
I know someone did all of the gags. Someone did a video series of like all of the gags.
Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I just found a playthrough and I just yanked a sound effect that sounded right.
All right, sure.
Good stuff.
Well, should we take a break?
Yes, we should. I would like to do that. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about games.
Yes, indeed. We'll be back with more after this. Folks, we're back. It's No More Whoppers. I'm Ray. That's Alex.
Hi there.
Alex, what have you been up to? What were you up to before recording the show today?
I finished a job. I did some work on a website for freelancers. It's called Lancers.com.
Okay. Yeah.
I do voiceover work on there occasionally for clients. And I was contacted by a client last week who said, hey, I'm putting together a promotional video for a company, just a corporate video saying, you know, this is who we are. And this is what we do. It's one of those videos.
Wait, hold on. You said Lancers.com?
Sorry, Lancers.jp. Why? What's Lancers.com?
The homepage of the Omaha Lancers hockey team.
I've got a big announcement. I'm going back to hockey. I'm going back to my one dream, my first love. Catch me on the ice. I have not held a stick in, I want to say 20 years, but I'm going to be there. I'm bringing my rollerblades to, I'm wearing rollerblades on the ice. It's not safe at all. It's dangerous for everybody involved, but
And
I'm
they
more
really need
comfortable
a
that
guy
way.
who can speak English.
They really need Wait, really?
No, I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Sorry,
They won't be needing
Lancers.jp.
Yeah, okay,
Aw.
fine. And it's not Langers, right? Not the
No,
applesauce.
that's- No, Langer's is my senpai's bar that was around the corner from Critical
Okay,
Hit.
God damn it.
What?
They're stealing all the good words.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
this is a much different website. Okay, yeah.
Yes, it's for gigs. It's for, finding gigs when you do
Mhm.
stuff online. And I did. I was contacted by a client who said, "Hey, how much do you charge for a PV?" I believe that's promotional video. And I
Like a
gave
music
him
video?
no.
Oh, that's MV, excuse me.
I said, "This is my rate for that kind of job." He said, "All right, I'll get back to you." He got back to me. He said, "That sounds fine. Can you do a Zoom call with me and the client?" 'Cause, his client is the company. He's the guy putting the PV
Right.
together.
Right.
And then he's outsourcing the narration to me.
yeah.
And so I get on a Zoom call with all of them the next
sounds
week.
ominous.
No, it was. Like that's what made me kind of worried at first was like, well, I mean, I understand we need to coordinate for this project, but also, I mean, Lancers is very specific and very strict about you not meeting on other platforms.
Oh.
A lot of these sites are. I used to do a lot of voiceover work on voices.com, and they're the
Right.
same way. It's like you do not go to another location. You all stay here
No,
within the voices.com ecosystem.
Stay
This
in
is where
the
you hash it
parking
out.
lot.
I will be back to pick you up after my nails are done. Do not move.
Do not be too far away from the Walmart. Stay
Yeah.
close enough where people can see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lancers is kind of like that. They're like, and they even these sites always try to get you to narc on the other people because they're like, if someone invites you to another site to talk about a project, you should tell us. I'm like, yeah,
sure.
first
All right.
thing.
What are you gonna pay me?
And
Do I
and
get
so this
extra?
guy's like, yeah, we're doing a Zoom call, and so I get on there. I'm like, all right, so seems not suspicious, but like, oh, that was fast.
Yeah.
And so, I meet the rest of the people on the team, and my role in this is very small. It's just I don't have to know much. I just have to read a script that someone wrote
Yeah. Sounds
and
like the job.
match it up. I got to match it up to the subtitles in the video. And there's a woman from the company who was like, "Hey, we had this proofread by a native speaker, but as you're recording the dialogue, can you also give it another once over?"
Okay.
And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I could do that. That's no
Yeah.
problem." So that we finished the meeting, and the guy messages me immediately to be like, "Hey, great. Thank you for joining the Zoom call. Everything looks good. Hey, here, how about this? How about I pay you a little more? How about I pay you 5,000 yen more than your rate?" And I'm like, I don't know why you would do that. I'm not saying that. I'm thinking, I don't know why you would do that. It seemed like he was trying to get me to like cancel the job that I'd already accepted and then, give a new one with a new rate
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
once I submitted the audio, he could then just deny the new job without confirming it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so I am panicking. But while I'm panicking, I'm also like, well, I have to do the job. Like it's due in 2 days. So I bust my ass for the rest of the day and, a lot of the next day
Now-
trying to put this together. Hi.
I don't know how Lancers works, but on Fiverr, you can like pay extra when everything's said and done. It's not exactly a tip, but I believe you can like add extra
Yes.
as a
This
thank
is
you.
what I learned.
Yeah.
This is what I learned after the fact because
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do this, which is why I was suspicious. I thought well, it's not just that I thought he was trying to get me to cancel the project and then start a new one.
Uh-huh.
It's that he said he was going to do this and then didn't do it.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking, oh, that means he's waiting for me to do something then.
Mm.
I don't know what he wants me to do. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the job and I'm going to fortunately, the finished file was too big to send over Lancers.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
gave him a very low quality version of the file as proof that the job was done. But more importantly, it was proof within the Lancers system that I had completed the job, that I had done the work. Because I want to have a paper trail just in case. Eventually, he's like, okay, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the actual file? And I'm like, all right, now hold on there, sir.
Whoa, there, pardon.
You know, I'm poking around this job here, and I go to the options for changing the quote, changing the rate of a job, and it says I can't do it. It says only the client can do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, huh, all right. And so he changed it to what it was supposed to be. And then I gave him a Google Drive link to the actual file, and everything was fine. I got paid. I think he's just a clueless guy.
Okay. Yeah.
I was
guess in
worried
the
about-
end, it was just ignorance.
I was worried I was getting scammed because when I went to his
Right.
profile, it was like unconfirmed profile. Like
Yeah,
he registered but did not
Yeah.
confirm his identity. He's got feedback from one person,
Mm-hmm.
and it was positive. But like, you know, I was losing sleep over like, is this guy gonna take my work and not pay me? Like, what's going on? Why? No, I should have known from the Zoom call. He's just kind of a bumbling dude. He's just, but like, it's a fine line. It's a fine line between
really
bumbling
is.
dude and con artist, you know,
Yeah.
because like, so it's hard to know just from talking to somebody for a few minutes if they're going to swindle you or if they're just kind of dim, you know.
I mean, if it's your first time using the website, I guess you might not know everything about how it works. So
Yeah. So, but man, I just
first or second time, yeah.
like I always worry that I'm too trusting of people, and then when I get into
Yeah.
a situation where someone might not be trustworthy, I completely panic and think it's my fault for being too trusting. I shouldn't have trusted this guy. And it turns out no, it's fine. He's a dumbo. It's fine.
No, you did fine, but you didn't even go that far to begin with to like be suckered if it was genuinely suckering. Right?
Yeah, I mean it's enough money that it would have been very frustrating. Like I don't want to lose money at all, but
get
it
it.
was enough that like, oh boy, like yeah, he's got very little feedback. It's probably a burner account. He's not verified his identity. I'm probably going to get screwed. And it was fine. It was fine.
It was fine, Alex. You're
yeah.
fine. Everything's fine. Anyway, yeah, you got paid. Everything's good though.
Yes. In the end, yes.
They were at least nice people.
Yeah, and I found out later the reason that he added 5,000 yen on top of it was because I had agreed to do the proofreading in the Zoom call. He did not make that clear.
Yeah, well, jeez.
I did not know that was why he was doing that.
Yeah, you could stand to say that too, dude. Yeah.
Well, I think that's the other thing that made me suspicious was like, I mean, I already accepted the job. You didn't have to offer me more money for a thing I was already contractually gonna do. It's like who does that anymore? In the, you know, everything's about saving money, especially in Japan where the economy's not great. Everyone's trying to cut costs as much as possible.
I heard they're out of rice.
But yes, I ate it all. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Yeah,
It's
is
just
that
I
why
gotta
you're
have
looking
my
so puffy in the
risotto.
face? Ugh. Now that's a panic
that-
sound effect.
I was about to say, yeah, that's a. Did you just hit an orange button on your desk? Oh, goddamn.
I know too much about that game. Hey, I can complain about a website. You want to hear my
Do
story?
it. Zelda.com.
Virtual mailboxes. That's
Oh,
not the
what?
site exactly, but
It's a
the
concept.
platform that I have my business mailing address on,
Sure.
which is tied to a local mailing shop that gets all my mail and scans it and shreds it upon my request. These sorts of things exist all over the place now. You can get just like a virtual mail address, and most of them will just be tied to some, like I said, a mail shop or a drugstore or something, a pharmacy that just has a mail drop somewhere. It's different from like a P.O. box at the UPS store. It's not that. It's just like a place where they just get your mail, they'll forward it or scan it or whatever. This is not the platform's fault that I'm going to complain about. It's their contracted shop that is having my mail. They were just like slowing down a lot lately. Like I would ask I would get something and I would ask for it to be scanned, and it would take like 5 days for them to just take a fucking picture of it. and put it on the platform website and show me. And then I would look at it, and then I would request to shred it. And I've had 5 things sitting in a shred queue for almost 2 months now. So I finally just had to email the shop and say, like, hi, these things are still in the queue. Can we confirm that it's been done? And that was this morning. And then at like 6 p.m., I got an email from the platform saying that, okay, these actions were completed. All these shreds happened without a response, without a personal response from the shop, which is funny. So
Oh, boy.
I'm not even all that confident that they actually shredded it at all, but maybe they did just, in fact, forget to mark the thing on their admin portal or whatever a long time ago.
Sure.
Well, I've had that thing stopped up with a bunch of false positives, perhaps. So that just led me the slowness last couple times, and also the fact that, well, again, this is not their fault, but I guess it's the Postal Service's fault that they required a re-verification of my forwarding address. So on this site, I've added my home address as an option to like forward the mail if I just want to see it myself, right? To do that, I originally had to fill out a special USPS form that says this company is allowed to hold and forward your mail on your behalf. And to do that, I had to use a video notary. I had to get on a call with somebody in some house somewhere in the country or world who's acting as a notary and show them my ID held up to the camera and all that stuff. And that was years ago.
Wow. Hang on. I don't know if you went to a lot of parties in the 90s, but video notary was a popular thing to just put on the TV and just let it run as everyone's kind of milling around the living room.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Video notary at your party.
One of those. Oh my God. That's so good. That's too good.
Let's do it.
That was years ago though. But then I was like ready to forward something recently and it said, oh, it's not verified anymore. I'm like, what the fuck?
What? How'd you get unverified?
Because apparently the USPS wanted just like clean slate, or it's like, I didn't even look all that closely at it, but it was some sort of thing where it's like after a few years, you have to re-verify it. I didn't know that. Whatever. Fuck it. That was like point number 2 of the fact that I'm just done with this place altogether. I will find somewhere else to get an address for my mail and my business, whatever.
Now, hang on. I don't fully understand the function of this service. They filter your mail? Is that what's going on?
It's 2 reasons for in my case. One is price. I don't want to spend that much money on a PO box somewhere because that's like, too much money compared to using a website service. To do the second thing, which is just to keep my home address private. And my business address is its own distinct thing, listed everywhere else. No trace of my home address. That's the main thing. And it's just, it just so happens that a lot of the mailbox places will also,
right.
They do that and also will scan your mail for you or just forward it or whatever. They'll keep it.
Now, okay. Now you can cut this or bleep this out, but is the company's address still 1122 Boogie Woogie Avenue?
No. I'm getting rid of the old people with that address.
Great.
Getting rid of the elderly. No, I couldn't stand their service anymore. I think that shop might just be like on the way out. They are just like a local shop. I think it was originally just like a husband and wife started it, and then like the pandemic hit, of course, and then they moved locations, and I think they just have not been getting a lot of business, perhaps.
Oh, okay. It makes more sense that it's a local place because I don't know.
It's a local place signed up, affiliated with this larger company that offers the service. Like you go on the website and sign up, and it's like find your location among all over the country, and then you put in your zip code, and it's like a list of places, and it's probably a lot of mail shops that.
Because my main concern is like. I mean, I'm paranoid about people intercepting my mail and like getting access to a number or something. And like, I would be immediately cautious of using any service like that. Cause like, oh, well, who's to say they're not just opening my mail and scanning it or whatever?
Yeah. And when they are just like taking fucking cell phone photos of the thing.
Oh boy. Yeah.
That doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence. I assume it's sort of like a lot of other sorts of affiliated sort of things where you get a special app that is just as, from that site, and you're like, it's the admin app, and it's the only way you can scan the mail, and it'll go immediately to their server or whatever, and it won't go in your photo album or anything. I assume it's just like that. But still not great. And so I just didn't want to do that anymore. And so, as it turned out, I have another service on another website that does my state filing paperwork to basically submit the forms and the registered agent stuff every couple of years or so that says, yeah, still here. And then turns out they offer mail forwarding for not a whole lot much more money than I was paying already. And so it was as simple as click add to cart and add it to my account. And then I got a confirmation email like 2 minutes later saying, here's your new address. It's like, okay,
Cool.
Great, fine. And then my wife asked a good question, which is, well,
How big is space?
How come this website doesn't need the notary thing compared to the older website thing? And I agreed that was a good question. Moving on, that's my story with the website.
I like your story a lot. I want to make it a movie.
All right, great.
Now a major motion picture by Paramount.
It's called The Business.
No, well, the title we have right now in the running is just FWD.
Yeah.
We're looking at Jake Gyllenhaal to play you.
Okay.
We're trying to, man. We're trying to get Stanley Tucci to play me, except like everyone else, a lot of folks in the studio are like, well, we got to de-age him with AI. And I'm like, no, just have him play me now. Like, I look old enough that it'll work.
Yeah. Does he have a son?
Yeah, Borley Tucci.
Rhymes with Gorley.
Is that
your former hero?
Gorley on the break? Former, oh no. You stole from me, Matt. That's the end of it.
Plus, he went to the bar and thought there was arcade machines, and
oh man, come on! It's
no,
not
wait, that was the story I made up.
That's right. We're not living in your fantasy.
The Tooch has 5 children.
Wow, more like Stanley Five-Chi for 5 children.
Yeah. Well, good for him. We don't know if he looks like Alex, though.
He kind of. Oh, one of the reasons I wanted to watch Asteroid City, just to go back to movies real quick, is because the day before, like I told my wife I was taking a media break because I finished DS9 and I didn't like Voyager. So I'm like, I'm going to take a break from watching things for a while. I'm just going to tool around on my computer in the evening and then go to bed. And after about a couple of weeks of doing this, she's like, what if I recommend a movie for you? And I'm like, all right, let's see what you got. And she's like, it's a Stanley Tucci movie. I'm like, all right. And it was it's a shitty horror movie called The Silence, which no one should ever watch or have to watch. It's basically
and she couldn't get away from horror. She
I know. Well, it's more of like it's almost kind of a monster. It's not like a slasher horror movie, but I would describe it as Batdemic because that's basically what it is. It's Birdemic with bats. It's not good. And I lasted about 30 minutes, and she came into the room about to go to bed, and she's like, you don't have to watch it if you're not enjoying it. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And and then the next day I was like, I have to wash that taste out of my brain. Let's watch an actual film. I guess Wes Anderson counts, and that's what got me into Asteroid City.
Okay, I see.
Good Lord.
If you want Stanley Tucci, there's Big Night.
That's what? Where he goes back in time to medieval times?
No, I'm afraid not.
The pause on that really made it great.
It's him and Tony Shalhoub.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, 2 Italian immigrant brothers who try and open a restaurant.
Oh, yes. Yeah, wait, I do want to see that. I have heard of that. Okay.
I've seen it. It's very good.
Okay, I will watch.
It's one of the greats.
Thank you. You're one of the greats.
Okay, thank you. I wish I was Italian. Then I'd be even greater.
Speaking of escaping into another world, Raymond, video games are back.
I've heard of them.
Video games are in.
Better than ever.
Everyone is playing them. Check it out. Mario Kart World. Super Mario World.
I've played it.
NHL PA 93.
Not played it.
Okay. Bubsy. too.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm trying to get you to start talking about video games you've been playing, and you're looking at me like I'm a fucking weirdo.
I didn't know where the bit was going. Sorry.
The bit is until
Final
you pick up on.
Fantasy, is it 6?
That's later.
The Yakuza, the Japanese mafia.
You're playing Yakuza.
No.
What are you playing?
Well, I played Mario Kart World. I played. I've been playing Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay.
Again for the
Didn't
first
know you were a-
time. No.
Didn't know you were a breather.
Well, I went about 3/4 of the way through it and stopped. And then last year played it for a little bit, and now the Switch 2 came out, and it runs much better. There's a Switch 2 edition, and I am almost finished with it. I went right up to the last boss and then died, and then I took a little break. I'm gonna try and see if I can beat the last boss, maybe. But yeah, we'll see. And then I will probably play Tears of the Kingdom because I had already bought it when it came out, and my wife played it all the way through. So it's my turn, I guess.
Wow.
We'll see. But yeah, I was never. I mean, I was hot on that game at the beginning, as was pretty much the rest of the world, sans Alex. But it cooled off after a while because other things were happening. And so, yeah, it didn't take. I was never a huge Zelda fan to begin with. I like a good amount of Zelda games, but I'm not tracking it every single time there's a new one coming out. So that was sort of the same phenomenon here. And so even though I technically own Tears of the Kingdom, it was really for my wife to play it. She enjoyed those a lot more than I did. So
Yeah, I go back, and I can stop doing this safely, I think, because I do this with Vagrant Story. I did it with Final Fantasy II for a while.
Yeah,
but
I know what you're saying.
Breath of the Wild is one of those games where every couple of years I'll go back to and be like, no, this is it. This is the time. I'm going to try to understand this. I'm going to really try to like this. And I get an hour in and I'm like, I fucking can't. Is it just me or is it not? It happened a couple of years ago even. I tried Breath of the Wild again for about the third time. And I was like, I can't. I don't see it. I don't get it. It's not working. It's not clicking.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm trying to, I'm going in with a good attitude and I'm coming out with a face full of grass.
Right, great. Well, on that note, I also have started Death Stranding 2.
Oh, yeah.
I played a little bit of that.
The
Not
hot new
getting
strand.
Too far yet because it is it's another couple game, so it's something my wife wanted to see, and so we just play it every night for an hour or two. So not getting too far in it, but I have started it, and I enjoyed the first one. We did, my wife and I. Alex, not so much, I know. But
Nah.
this one,
I mean, it's like Breath of the Wild. This goes back to me in open world. I don't mix with open world. I get it. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on these games. I'm just saying it's a style of game I cannot enjoy.
Well, Death Stranding is pretty much engineered from the beginning to filter out people who would definitely not enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because you really have to just be very open-minded as to how things act and progress and how you control it and enjoy it and so forth. All of that. But I will say the sequel is improved already. There are things that... Okay, so you were kind of saying on Discord stuff that you couldn't get into it, and that sort of general sentiment, and I get it. And I think a lot of people just sort of, not you necessarily, but I think people who bounce off from that game originally had just kind of not fully grasped or not fully accepted, rather, the whole just plodding along at first and carrying a bunch of shit on your back and going from one place to the other very slowly. And I will say Death Stranding 2 has a much shorter value, which I call time to bike. And that is the time it takes from the start of the game until it unlocks and gives you access to a vehicle of some sort. And in Death Stranding
What is the TTB? What is the TTB in the sequel?
Well, I didn't track it, but it is shorter because it's
okay.
within the first 2 or 3 hours, you can get access to a bike and just start zooming across. Whereas in the first game, it was several missions in, and you just really had to be waiting for it and have the people introduce okay, now you can build this vehicle after you've plodded halfway across the first world or whatever. And this time they are much more conscious of giving you access to more things that will help you more often and faster. And the bike is definitely the first real help.
I liked the first game until combat. It was the combat that threw me off.
Okay, yeah.
Specifically the fucking ghosts that just jump you when you come out of the gate.
The BTs?
Yeah, BTs. And it's not just that there's ghosts, it's that you have to throw piss bombs at them, and I don't like having to throw stuff in a 3D trajectory. Like, if it was just guns, fine, not a problem. But like, no, you gotta aim and throw and lob, and I don't like doing that in 3D space because I'm a weirdo. And it happened and like I got knocked off my bike and all my shit scattered everywhere. And it happened so many times that I was just like, I'm not enjoying this. This is not fun to me. I really like the game up to that point. Like, I don't mind doing the deliveries. I like trying to find paths to go up or around hills and get to where you're going. It's when they mix in combat and not great combat that just makes it a chore.
I think it's more like it's trying to teach you a lesson really hard, and people can very easily bounce off that kind of thing. People can react badly to that. And I think...
Oh, I did?
You do get introduced to the BTs, and you have to treat it more like a survival horror game. You have to take it kind of slow and careful and make sure you're properly equipped and all that stuff. And then you can probably get through okay. But yeah, you get this presentation of like, this looks like, if you squint real hard, it looks like Metal Gear Solid 5, and you think you can just pull out a gun and start shooting guys and run.
Well, no, that was not what I was doing.
I'm not saying it's you. It's the average person.
All right.
You get access to a gun. You say you can build this gun. You can fabricate it. You can put it on your backpack. You're ready to roll. And then you kind of run. You get the first notice that the BTs are coming, and you start running through, and you think you can just run away from them, and you can't.
Yeah, that's me. Now you're describing me. I was trying to avoid combat by running, and it just did not happen.
Yeah. And then you learn the hard lesson one way or another, which is you're supposed to be a little more careful. Because this is the game
this works.
You have to be very careful. And if you can get past that, great. I think you'll have a good time. But if you can't, you end up with the sour opinion. And that's fine. Not everyone's going to be the same. But it is, in the end, kind of a normal video game if you think about it. You just have to practice and try again.
I'm curious about the corners that Kojima kind of sanded off, because there was news that he tweaked the game before release to make it more normie friendly, and I'm really curious what exactly he did to make it less abrasive.
Normie friendly. Well, no, there was that story where the music guy, the guy who did all the music, apparently had an anecdote where Kojima said, the test came back and people liked it too much. No, that's not good. We have to have more. We have to have more things that they won't like, or something like that. Or
is that okay? I completely misread what had happened.
Yeah,
I thought that he was okay.
No, that's a different story. But I already said that. Yeah, they do things that do make it a little bit smoother of a progression for you, and give you access to things that will make it a little bit easier at the start. Not fully easy, not like a breeze, but definitely a smoother time getting through the first few hours than it was in the first game, for sure. And that means you can progress through and have a better time. And that's cool. Yeah.
Let's do it.
There are new BTs that are kind of annoying, though. So,
oh boy.
I look, I'm not a pro. Even I died the first couple of stupid times, and I had to learn my lesson too, all over again. But that's video games.
I'm Ray.
I guess there's even more silly stuff in that game yet to see. So, like I said, not that far in it yet. Yeah, it's intense, though. It gets intense.
All right. I choose to believe you.
TS2, get it later.
What a shitty commercial. There's no urgency.
I should have said it in the Simpsons guy voice. TS2, get it.
Buy it someday.
Yes. That's really my games, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I like the Switch 2 plenty as well. Like I said, I've been playing Zelda, but I was playing Mario Kart at first, like everybody else.
Sure.
Mario Kart's a fun time.
I see people really taking the Switch 2 to task for the handheld latency on the The screen? Is that
Oh yeah,
is that still
you
an
know,
issue?
shit that doesn't really matter to most people. No, it's not screen latency. The latency is fine. It's input latency. That's not the issue. It was the refresh between
Right, yeah,
pixels
sorry.
on the
That's
screen.
what I mean.
It's the pixel changing that creates a slight ghosting effect, but I haven't really noticed it to any real detriment. So
All right.
it's very much your mileage may vary. And if you are someone who likes outrage bait, I'm sure you hate it, and you'll throw your Switch 2 into trash or whatever.
That's what
Yeah.
the internet is. It's outrage bait.
But normal people can enjoy it just fine. Yes, another side note was that I usually play the fitness boxing games on Switch. That's what I do as my main workout because I cannot handle like workout videos or anything like that. I need real-time feedback in video game form.
I need a video game. I need a Kenshiro looking at me, telling me to punch more.
No, that one sucks.
Oh, does it? Oh, man. That's the one I was considering.
I know. Listen, I was excited when that was announced. It sucks. The Hatsune Miku one is better, but so is the newest
What?
one, Fitness Boxing 3. But
Hokuto no Miku?
no, it's anyway. What was I saying? I play it on Switch, yes, because I need video game feedback in my workouts. I cannot do workout videos, and my wife does
I understand
that all
that.
the time.
I need feedback in most things I do.
Yeah, I'm like, no, like I can't just have a video of a person telling me I'm doing good. I at least need an icon to show me if I hit the mark or not. So that sort of thing. However, those games all run like at 30 FPS capped on not capped on Switch. Not very well is what I'm saying. I found out they all run at 60 FPS on Switch too, and I'm like, shit. Do I have to get another Switch too? Because I have this one in the other room where I mostly just do my workout games. And I'm half kidding. I don't mean I'm actually going to run out and buy a second Switch too. But I did get a second dock.
Oh, boy.
So, hey, at least I'm spending less money. But I did get another Switch 2 dock for my office
Because
TV, 'cause I
you
usually do
can't
that.
exercise in 30 FPS.
I cannot exercise in 30 FPS in the common room of the house. I needed to be in my own little private room.
Okay. All right. I get you.
And that is the long and short of it. And so now I can enjoy that at the best possible quality, my fitness boxing. Until they come out with Fitness Boxing 4 or whatever, and that's also running slowly.
Hey,
But we'll see.
Back it up. Fitness boxing for what?
Penis.
It's not a console.
Oh, it is now.
Oh,
Penis 2.
and it's out now.
And it's 4K and spectacular.
Ah,
But yeah, that's most of my gaming is fitness boxing.
that's fun.
That's it.
Cool. Ray, I'm playing a game called Final Fantasy XI. Are you familiar with this?
Say again?
Was
You meant
I
Final
muted?
Fantasy 14.
Well, I mean, I am playing Final Fantasy 14, but I'm also playing Final Fantasy 11.
Pardon?
So, you know Final Fantasy?
No, I get that much.
You know how some of
I
them
thought-
are online?
Yeah, and I know that you played Final Fantasy 11 quite a lot in
That's
the
right.
distant past.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the game is over 20 years old. I've
And
been
I
playing.
know also that you have had in the recent decade a more contentious relationship with Final Fantasy 11.
Oh, absolutely.
There were times where you went back to the game and grinded through it a while and got pissed off and then left it and then went to Final Fantasy 14 and you were very happy. You were
I
much
love 14.
happier, I think, playing
14's
Final Fantasy
great.
14 than 11.
I got raid
and
practice tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And
Yeah.
so, but you're telling me now you were also now again playing Final Fantasy 11.
Yes!
I mean, you know you're married, right? You have responsibilities
Yes!
as an adult now.
I suppose so.
You're a grown man.
Well, more or less.
You not only that. You
I think I
closed
could
your
still get
bar,
taller, but
You went sober. Things that you were doing to help your mental health.
Yeah.
Why throw all of that in the trash?
Well, Ray, haven't you ever wanted to see number go up?
No.
Well, that's not the answer I was expecting. Well, okay.
No.
Let me lay it out like this. I want to preface by
wrong drop.
no, right drop. I want to preface by saying this is research for a YouTube video. I am finally I'm doing a big old breakdown between 11 and 14.
A likely story.
Well, no, but I fell into the trap again of like, oh wait, I still enjoy this, and I'm playing it way too much every day.
Sure,
Because
Ray.
what happened-
Look, Ray, all this hardcore erotica on my hard drive is for research.
No, it's I started with Horizon because Horizon's free. It's a fan server. Our good friend Ben Yoder took me under his wing, found me a link shell to hang out with when I am playing Horizon. But the thing about Horizon is that it's an era server, which means they're nostalgic for the time when the game was still not really playable for reasons I don't get. They really like when you have to play with 5 other people for 6 hours at a time to gain a level. Which why would you be nostalgic for that? I don't get it. And I started thinking this is all well, me too. This is all stemming from, I was on Ben's podcasts last month, I believe, to talk specifically about FF14 and 11 together. And being on his show was really fun. And it got me thinking and made me want to do my own video, do just a full-blown FF11 and 14, compare and contrast kind of thing. And the space that they fill in my life. And to do that, I started playing Horizon again because Ben was talking about it. Because he still plays Horizon. And I'm like, all right, let's dip a toe into Horizon again.
Yeah, and this is his fault.
That entirely, 100%. Okay. Yeah, he will be named in court documents. He got me back into Horizon again. And this is what happened the last time I got into FF11 was I played Horizon. And I'm like, boy, this would be really, really fun if like you could fast travel and you could level in a reasonable amount of time. And I'm like, oh, right. Retail lets you do that. And just like last time, I played Horizon for a week and then I went straight to retail. Yeah. Horizon is making money for Square Enix by showing us, hey, here's an unplayable state of the game. Remember this? Yeah. Don't you want to play it now that it's good? I sure do, Square Enix. And so I resubbed to retail. And have been writing, like the idea for this video came, unfortunately, after playing FF14 one day, and where I finished a session and I started thinking about 11, like, boy, the way that FF11 handles endgame is very different. And I, without thinking about it, just opened up a fresh Google Doc and slammed out 3 paragraphs and then went, oh no. Because I knew now I have to make this video. And that means, well, now we got to play Horizon, which means, now we're playing retail. So it's a work in progress. I don't know when the video is going to be out, but it's going to, thank you. It's going to be a very personal look at 11 and 14 and how there is still room in my life for 14. There really isn't for 11 and even retail. It's so much that I cannot spare the energy or the thought for or the effort. I liked what it was a long time ago, but it's I don't know if I want to look at like the real sickos who are still playing 11 and still going ham on it because that could be a video unto itself. But I think I'm going to stick to my own thoughts and feelings about it.
Yeah, let's stick to just you on the spectrum instead of everyone else. That might be easier to tackle, unravel.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Who knows about those other people? Ugh. Just kidding.
But yeah, I got a good laugh when I opened up our No Mo Woe Google Doc, the one that we share our show notes in, and I under stuff I've been doing, I wrote games FF11 lol, and then you left 3 comments just saying, God no, what is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? And I got a real charge out of mousing over all 3 of those comments and clicking resolve. Just clicking resolve over all of them to make them go
that
away.
Was part of the bit, but yeah.
It worked. It was great.
I did need an outlet to just be like, why are you like this?
It really made me laugh. I don't know. I mean, I do know. Here's what sucks about it, though. I am no, but like in playing it, in going back to it, like it is giving me a lot of good things to write about and talk about for the video. For which, by the way, I just bought a green screen. I just bought a proper green screen, so I can actually. I'm not satisfied. I'm not
gonna
satisfied.
live and Vanna Deal for real.
No, that's that's not what it's for. Looking for Teledem. Please invite me. We'll pay 1,000 gil.
Oh no.
I'm getting sick of my format of idiot on couch, mostly because it's I cannot frame anything properly. I don't know how to properly frame myself sitting on the couch. Is the camera too high? Is it too close? Is it too far? I think the way around this is I'm just going to film myself in front of a green screen, and then instead of worrying about framing myself and fitting things into frame, I'm just going to be able to move myself around the frame as game footage or stills happen behind me.
Okay, yeah.
And the green
People
screen
do
showed
that
up
on
yesterday.
TikTok and other shorts videos where they have the green screen effect and they can just poke and drag themselves around the screen and be like, and then point at something and be like, this lady's crazy, and so on and so forth.
My graphics card does let me key out my background if I'm using my webcam, but A, my webcam is not a high quality camera, and B, it's not a reliable effect for an entire video. Like I did the Draw Game trailer with that, with my graphics card keying out the background. And that's about the limit of what I'll use it for. And for streaming, of course. But yeah, for an actual video, like I tested out the green screen. It works alarmingly well. I'm really surprised that the first test was perfect. The only problem is I need more coverage on the sides in case I want to gesticulate and move my arms around.
Yeah, of course.
So now I'm trying to like, how can I elongate the top bar and rotate the green screen to make it wider than it is taller? That's the next step. But the point is, you're going to hear me talk about Final Fantasies 11 and 14. It sucks because I love them. I've kind of lost steam for streaming in the past couple of weeks because all I want to do is play FF11 and 14, and those are fucking stream poison. Nobody wants to watch those. Nobody wants to watch those, and for good reason. They are just a complicated, frenetic mess that, like, unless you're doing high-end content or you're like going for a world first, nobody's going to watch your FF14 stream. Nobody's going to watch you grinding in FF11.
And or you already have a guaranteed viewership of like 10,000 people at once.
First of all, stop calling me Andor. Second of all, I do agree with that. I think if I had a built-in audience from somewhere else, I could take them with me, you know? But I don't. And I don't know. I feel like I've taken what I can. I took the kids from the Nomo camp. I've got my Pimento. I've got my Dale Bastion. I've got my Mr. Real. I've got all those fun people hanging out with me on stream. It's impossible to attract Jackie Chan to my side. It's impossible to attract new people because who wants to watch somebody play Final Fantasy fucking 11?
No one.
Oh, did you kill another goblin? I sure did. He dropped some grass thread. I'm going to use it to skill up my cloth craft by 0.1. Oh, what? I can't? I need 8 of them? All right, time to kill 7 more goblins.
I'm Alex.
That's the guy that I am. Look at these Cocoa Pebbles. Why can't I just play the Cocoa Pebbles MMO? Where's the post-MMO?
I gotta go to the auction counter.
Post-Fruity and Cocoa Pebbles quest.
This server is not even that populated. Nobody's even putting up the Cocoa Pebbles in the fucking auction house.
Oh my God, that's the thing I just ran into. Where I'm on a server where, okay, so I used to main Samurai, and I'm kind of bored with Samurai in FF11. I like playing Dancer in FF11. Dancer is my new fun job, and I have enough equipment. I have some end game equipment and crafting materials, and I can upgrade them, which is a big deal.
Right.
Except I'm missing one crafting material, which is a gold ingot, and I need 4 of them to upgrade my armor. And I go to the auction house. There's none on sale. The last one for sale was up a year ago.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
glad they keep that record, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Do any enemies drop them? Yes. 2 enemies in the game drop them. All right. Let's start farming. I go out to I farm these goblins for 3 hours. Nobody drops a gold fucking ingot. So I just look up. All right. How do I craft a gold ingot? Well, you got to level your goldsmithing up to 50. I'm not doing that. How do I get this? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just shout? Am I supposed to shout in Juno, WTB, gold ingot, 60,000 gil? That's expensive.
Yes!
But leveling up your goldsmithing to 50 is also expensive. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
What have I done?
Here's what I've done. I've played Final Fantasy XI. The joke is on me.
What happened to my gold?
Ingot.
Canadian sex secrets.
Disgusting.
No!
All right. Final Fantasy 11.
Out now. I just found out they released a new endgame weapon 2 years ago that I'm probably going to have to go grind.
That thing is still up. Yes.
They take a minimum of 6 months to grind out those weapons as well.
What was that story I saw last month or so where it was like they were going to shut down Final Fantasy 11 2 years ago, but then they saw people still playing it, and it's like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's going into the video as well. That's part of like the psychology of it is I want to play this. I want to farm these high-end weapons, but the servers could disappear 6 months, a year from now. So like, I mean, when you really start getting into this line of cyclical thinking, like, I don't know. I don't want to tip my hands too early, but a part of the video deals with, like, when I was a teenager, I would get into these weird, like, nihilistic moods where I'm like, I could play some of my old games. What's the point? I've already finished them all. In fact, if I'm just going to feel this way when I play new games, what's the point of playing any video games at all? And that's a feeling that I've mostly shaken as an adult, except when I'm playing FF11. FF11 is the one that still makes me think, what is the point of any of this? Like, this afternoon, I'm having fun because I'm making number go up. After that, what is the point of any of this? Once I get the best weapon, what do I do with it? What's the point? What is the point of any of this?
You can't go back to the old drug. You're already on the new
I know
stuff.
what it's made me appreciate FF14 all the more because FF14 is, it's active. It's still in active development, and they
Didn't
keep
you say
adding
this last time you played 11.
Content every. Yes, but I'm trying to appreciate 11. I think at the end of the day, the thing that makes this difficult to think or talk about is that FF11 will disappear soon. And that makes it difficult to have meaningful discussions about it because if it's going away, why get into it? Why start playing it? Right. I don't want to start promoting things like Horizon because I think that's I think their approach to the game misunderstands it. I mean, I know they're going for an era of the game that they liked the most. I don't think that's fun. I don't share that ideology.
Well, why do you feel like it would be promoting it? I mean, if you just do a video on it, it's just it's informational first of all, and then it's like,
oh no, I'm gonna talk about
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about Horizon because I think Horizon is the biggest private server. There's like a half dozen or so private FF11 servers.
Yeah, if you are quote unquote promoting it, like, there is going to be fan servers.
No, I don't. I'm not saying I don't want to promote I don't want to promote Horizon in my video. What I'm saying is,
oh, I'm sorry. I thought, well, first
what?
of all, I thought you meant promote FF11 in general. I apologize.
Oh, no, yeah, it's FF11. Again, it's difficult to tell people this game is worthwhile and you should play it when it may not be around much longer, I think is what I'm trying to say. Even though I still enjoy it. And I think that if they just released... remember they were working on like a PSP port? They farmed it out to some Chinese company. Yeah, they farmed it out to some Chinese company like, 10 plus years ago.
You mean the failed mobile endeavor? I don't think it was PSP necessarily, was it?
There was... No, like... This is like a very long time. Like I was still living in Freebell. This must have been like 15 years ago. I bought an issue of Famitsu because there was supposed to be news about the FF11 PSP port, which they farmed out to a Chinese company that did not work on it. And then they just kind of quietly ignored it.
I think you're conflating that with the mobile thing, but...
What mobile thing?
Well, there was a Chinese company that was supposed to be making a mobile app of Final Fantasy XI. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
It was like a reimagining of FF11. They had made some concept, I suppose, shots of it, and it was looking differently. I might have heard about a PSP version or something like that, maybe. But
I distinctly remember. Maybe it might have just been a rumor because I remember there was talk of FF11 on PSP in some capacity.
Okay, sure. Well, you know, they also tried to port Oblivion to PSP, and that didn't work out in the end either.
Oh boy.
It was always a rumor, right? There was always some rumor. There is a PSP version. There's a mobile game. There's a single player only version. There's a story focused thing. There's all that stuff that just didn't really work out.
Because there's a lot to enjoy about FF11, and I feel like if elements of the game were tweaked for, you know, the modern age and the modern player, I think there's a lot there that could be fun. I think there's a lot of the game that, I mean, obviously, the first and foremost, the thing that bogs it down is it's built on top of a 22-year-old framework that they cannot change. Like all the menus, all the menuing is just that way, and it's not great. And they've worked really well around their limitations, but we're coming up to the point where, like, this is great. Like, the content that's here, that's buried under this is great. It's almost inaccessible.
It was updated just 3 weeks ago.
With what?
In Limbus, the number of monsters that must be defeated to obtain temporary items has been reduced.
Don't you think I know that?
Oh, okay. Well, also, in Limbus's Temenos, for monsters whose strength level display as impossible, we addressed the issue where monsters whose strength level display as impossible to gauge when checked, the display could change depending on the situation. Okay, they fixed that. That was 3 weeks ago. Come back soon for more.
All right, that's enough FF11 talk. I'm saying the game is
I've been saying that for 12 years.
The game is destined to become even more irrelevant. I'm just saying there's something there worth salvaging if we could kind of extract the core gameplay from the framework, from all the systems that it's kind of held in like a cage.
Well, I mean, practically speaking, the modernization of FF11 is FF14. You know,
no, though, but it's not. That's the point of the video. It's not.
Practically speaking, in Square Enix's mind, especially, that is what it is. They don't need to go back to 11 in any way whatsoever. They'll just keep.
What do you mean by practically speaking?
Their modern online RPG is 14.
Yes.
So
are you saying that it would not be worth making a modern version of FF11?
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying.
All right. I mean, I disagree. I think if they dressed it up, like if they did a remake and because a lot of the video is arguing that, yeah, FF11 is a game for 20 years ago. It does not appeal to anybody now, except the weirdos who, you know, I described the core of the game being stuck in the cage of all of its systems and its grind. There are weirdos, and I'm looking at you, Horizon, that love being inside that cage, that really, really love just having those constraints and being told, go here, do this. But also, it's not forgiving in any way, shape, or form. Right. It's basically, what if Dark Souls was menu-based?
Exactly. Much like leaving Las Vegas, let's leave Vana'diel.
All right.
Let's take a break. Let's do our fan fun, maybe.
Definitely. We're going to have fun with fans.
Come back in a moment. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bring it on in. Folks, we're back. It's No More Whoppers, segment 3. Did you miss us? I hope you did a little bit. Just a little bit.
Who's who?
Ray, how you doing? Oh, I'm Alex. You are Ray. I see you're working on a Slim Jim there.
Sure. You bet.
All right. Did you bring one for me?
I love Macho Man.
Snap into the spice.
I don't like the fact that they use the word snap.
Yeah.
It made it sound too artificial.
I mean, I have had a Slim Jim, and I think that the effect is overplayed. It is not so pronounced. There's no real. It's not it's like, you know, when those fucking lifesavers said that, you know, if you bite a wintergreen lifesaver in the dark, it makes a spark. Bullshit.
God,
I never got that to work. I mean, did you try to get that to work?
No, I didn't get it to work. Well, maybe I did. I don't
It
know.
didn't-
I was also a dumb kid. So yeah.
I never saw a spark. Instead, here's what happened. I just kept eating lifesavers and then had to buy more.
Yeah.
So, mission accomplished, lifesaver. Who makes lifesavers?
And now look at me. Who makes lifesavers? I don't know. Warner Brothers?
Great. Yeah, in AOL Time Warner Food.
Soon enough, right?
Folks, welcome to Fan Fun. If you're a fan and would like to have fun, get in this car, pick up your telephone, and dial 805 NMW Talk. That's 805-669-8255. Raymond, we have...
Yes.
Paid
Hi.
call from an incarcerated individual at Sierra Conservation Center, Jamestown. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded at California. You have a prepaid call from California. You will not be charged for this call from an incarcerated individual at the Sierra Conservation Center, Jamestown, California. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now.
Brian.
Great. We
Right.
have two calls. Now, last time, my challenge to the listener was, give me some long nonsense that I can cut up and turn into something that I can remix. I instead got a better idea to enforce the time, because that was my plan to enforce the time limit. Was if you go long, I
Yeah.
get to screw up your call. Instead,
Yeah.
I'm applying a much more democratic approach here. Everybody gets an equal treatment, and that is you all have 60 seconds, and
Mhm.
it is framed thusly. Here's call number one.
On your mark. Get set. Go!
Hi, this is Asante, one of your Discord members. I remember there was this one point when we were talking about the Switch 2 where Alex said, fuck yourself. And somehow it sounded funnier than go fuck yourselves. Just an important observation. I just wanted to let you guys know. Take care.
Thank you, Asatir. You made it under the wire.
All right.
Does that sound okay? That's it's very difficult mixing these together because
Yeah.
the phone fun is so quiet. This is nobody's fault. This is just how Google Voice is. It compresses your call to shit and it turns the volume way down. Like everything is super soft, and I have to bring it into Reaper and crank it up and then put the betting music under it. So we're still trying to iron out the audio kinks here. But thank you for that call. We have another call, and it's this.
On your mark. Get set. Go!
Howl by Allen Ginsberg for Carl Solomon. Part 1. I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked, dragging themselves through the Negro streets at dawn, looking for an angry fix. Angel-headed hipsters burning for the ancient heavenly connection to the starry dynamo in the machinery of night. Through poverty and tatters and hollow-eyed and high, sat up smoking in the supernatural darkness of cold water flats, floating across the tops of cities, contemplating jazz, who bared their brains to heaven under the L and saw Mohammedan angels staggering on tenement roofs, illuminated. Who passed through universities with radiant, cool eyes, hallucinating Arkansas and Blake Light tragedy among the scholars of war. Who were expelled from the...
All right. Thank you. I was really hoping that would come around to being funny again, and I think it did.
Just in my head, I can see the Double Dare thing of like the kids just dropping the flag over and over in the slippery chocolate and just being like, oh no, she dropped the flag. She gets to get it. No, is there going to be time? No.
Every time
He
they drop
didn't
the
get
flag, every time they drop the flag, Harvey's off to the side, just throwing another Huffy bike in the dumpster.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for calling in. We have found out the hard limit of the Google Voice. It is 3 minutes. But thanks to the magic of the Double Dare, everything gets cut down to 60 seconds. Thank you, everybody, for helping me test out the fledgling run of Phone Dare, Double Fun. I don't know what else to call it. If you would like this to be inflicted upon
Fubble
you,
Fair.
Fubble Fair, thank you. Please pick up your telephone and call 805-NMW-TALK. That's 805-669-8255. Harvey, tell them what they've won.
They went in British Knights. All right. Well, that was fantastic. Thanks, everybody.
Congratulations, by the way, to Osseteer. Getting hitched, probably bought another watch or two to celebrate. Who knows what else is going on. Good things going on all around.
I can tell you what else is going on. The honeymoon. Hey.
That's right. Going to Cancun.
Don't mind me, folks, just getting the old wet dry vac.
What?
God, The Simpsons.
I've seen a lot of television. I don't know what this Simpsons is.
God damn it.
Leo!
And Homer and Marge go on the getaway. And
Speaking of getaway, it's about time for us to wrap this
sleep
up.
in the boiler room or whatever. And the proprietor comes in.
What season is this?
6.
What? I love 6. You like 6? 6 is good.
Don't mind me, folks. Just need to get the old wet dry vac.
All right, that's one that has fallen out of my brain. I don't remember.
God damn it, Alex.
Sorry.
What are you getting old now?
Yeah.
I relied on you for so much.
I can still do.
Now I need to paste this to you in a DM. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, I see it. What episode? I don't remember that.
Grandpa versus sexual inadequacy.
Okay, that one is one that did not come up a lot in syndication.
Really?
For some reason, yeah. It's like you know, like how I've never seen Lemon of Troy. It's one of those.
Oh, really?
It just never came up in syndication. I didn't see it.
Wild.
When it was new. You're wild. I must have seen it once, but and I don't think I have season 6 on DVD. I've got 4, 5, and 7. I've got Sweat Into the Oldies volumes 1, 2, and 4.
All right. It's on Plex. Once again, yes, thank you everybody for calling 805 NMW Talk. And so that should do it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you, everybody.
That does it. This was No More Whoppers.
Our brand new refreshed Patreon for No Mo Woco is live. Patreon.com/No More Whoppers. I didn't change the name of it in the URL, whatever. We got refreshed tiers. We got bonus shows as always, but we also have Draw Game, of course, our brand new show.
Yes. This is important. This is absolutely worth mentioning because now the $1 dues do get access to our original bonus show, Sassafras.
Yes, this is our after show that we had just been doing exclusively on Patreon. I mean, for the people who paid $5 or more. But we threw the $1 redues a bone, and now you can. Hey, if you're listening to this show on our public feed, great, whatever. But you can also give us $1 a month and just get our after show.
Get an entire new show.
Yeah. But also, we still have our $5 tier, and that is everything. That is Sassafras. That is a week early, No More Whoppers, early Draw Game. That is the Draw Game after show bonus show, Draw Game Type S. Where
That's
we
right.
Where we watch anime that is subtitled instead of dubs. On normal Draw Game, it's all dubs. On this Patreon show, it's all subs.
And you and I are both flubs? Schlubs.
Schlubs, yeah, for sure.
Certainly not cubs. Okay.
Top tier schlubs, yeah. Ugh, yes, indeed. But yeah, that's really. I said it was a big deal, but it's not a huge change on Patreon. But it's what we want to do. Just give people something to have for giving us $1 a month.
Yeah.
Why not, right? It's just Sassafras. No, wait, I shouldn't have said it like that.
No, it's still fun.
Okay. And of course, all our older bonus stuff is still available at the $5 tier. Gold in 16 Seconds and the Crunk Games podcast. Although, inside baseball time, I might find a way to put the Crunk Games podcast up for free on crunkgames.com as a sort of a walking tour. You know what I mean? The audio
sure,
tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of the whole thing. Thinking about it, working on it, we'll see. But yes, you can go to our website, nomorewhoppers.com. It's our list of links to everything, including the Patreon and our Discord, which is free for all, not just Patreon people. A link to our merch, shop.spreadshirt.com/nomorewhoppers. You can get shirts and stickers and buttons and good stuff like that. And for the third time, leave us a voicemail. Our phone number is 805-NMW-TALK. That is 805-669-8255. You can, of course, discuss things that you heard on the show.
Yes. Look, I'm doing my best trying to extract your golden audio, the callers, from Google Voice. Thank you to both. Well, there's not much we can do about you. Thank you very much to both callers. I'm sorry if because you've heard that it's like talking to somebody on a telephone. It's not great. Doesn't sound great. Doing what I can.
Wouldn't be an episode of No More Whoppers if Alex didn't fret about audio.
Please don't leave. Yeah, I'm still fretting. I can't help it.
Please, patreon.com.
I got these new headphones. I hear everything now.
Yeah, well, boy, I bet it's not helping at all, is it?
I can hear your thoughts. Yeah, they were gay.
Peanut brittle.
What?
Peanut brittle.
Oh.
Another reference to Back to the Future Part 2. Moving on. Alex and Ray are on the internet personally. Alex, what's your website?
You can find me at pitui.org. That's pitohui.org. Go there for links to things I do. Twitch.tv, where I promise you I'm not streaming FF11 and 14 anymore. I learned my fucking lesson. Don't forget to also follow me on Blue Sky, also at pitui.org. I'm squatting my own X account right now in the off chance that a normal human being buys it eventually, but I am not posting there. And that's it. And come hang out on our Discord. We want to see you there looking at you.
My page of links is rdbaaa.space, and that's also my Blue Sky name, rdbaaa.space. Find me there. And, of course, I'd like to promote once again Bipedal Dog, my game company. Just came out with a new game, Blast Rush LS, on Switch and Steam. Thank you very much. It is a cool shoot 'em up about infinite bombs. You know those shoot 'em ups, those cave shoot 'em ups, or whatever? You know, the old arcade stuff, where they give you like 3 bombs, and
It's not enough bombs.
You get to a boss fight, and the boss is wrecking you, and you're like using the bombs, and then you run out of bombs, and you're like, God damn it! If I just had one more, I could have beat the guy. But what if you?
They
had
should do a game
more?
where you just don't run out of them.
Yeah, how about that? Some people like it.
I like it.
Bipedal.dog is the website with all the links to that. Thank you very much. Wishlist it, please. Alex, thanks for being a good sport.
Anytime.
Everybody else, keep your nose clean, and we'll see you next time. Gold subscribers, stick around till after the show. We crown the year's best American barbecue. Will the title stay with New Hampshire or go to newcomer Rhode Island? Yep, it's heat wave season.
You know what that means.
Dying.
Ow! This is a funny response when it's too hot outside.